Good evening, my fellow crime aficionados. Welcome to, I'm going to call this ASMR Light. Hopefully there are some ASMR elements to it. Things are not going to be loud. I'll try to withhold my joy as I unveil the killer, as I inevitably will. As you can see, I have some paraphernalia sitting on my desk here. Pipe, super important. And of course, $10,000 in unmarked bills, just in case any of us need to do a quick getaway. And apart from that, I'm ready to go. So I hope you all are ready to go. Et voila. In addition to showing the wonders that are on my desk, you're also able to see the video switcher. It's just the way it is. Anyway, I hope you all are doing splendidly this evening. You too. Hope you're doing well too. I don't like you as a camera angle, or really the color difference. Not a fan of. I'll be using you much. Be using you a lot. But probably mostly you. Hello, Cerise. Hello, that dork with glasses. I usually have glasses. Wearing my contacts right now, so for the time being, I'm that dork without glasses. Moby Dick, I think you're wrong. Writer of minds have as many devils. Not sure what you're referring to. Underscore. The mud porch. Now there's that's sort of a regional thing. Having a mud room. Fluke, Amber. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. All right, so last time I did this, played a hunt-killer game. I think it was called... What was it called? Death in a... something, Death in a Dive Bar. And I've since on my own, with my partner, have played Murder in the Motel or the Motel. Yeah, I saw the flickering. I'm hoping that does not continue. My stream health seems to be fine. So, we'll see. Yeah, there it just went again. Flicker. Don't know why. Stop doing it. If we all will it to stop, it will, like Tinkerbell, stop or start. Definitely needed that. All right, so tonight, it's Dead Below Deck. I am not your captain, and I only know this from reading the box. I don't know, I must have learned this from reading online, something about it online. I don't even know what the captain's name is, but the yacht is called the Old Thunder. So maybe we're going to have a triangle of sadness kind of thing going on here. That'd be great. I enjoyed Triangle of Sadness. If you haven't seen it, I think a lot of you might enjoy it. Great. Social satire, if a bit heavy-handed. But then again, if you're not heavy-handed with your social satire, people are going to think you're being genuine, and that's a far greater risk. So this is sealed. Have not opened it, and I'm just about to. Good evening, Maddie. Good evening, Olivia. Good evening, Will. That music that is giving Pioneer's Lash memories will now fade into the background for now. Perhaps there'll be a dramatic moment at which I bring it back. Just for watching. Oh, loved chilling and watching the first one. I'm gonna use this. Okay, good. So this seems to be centered in the way I like it. Font size seems right. I have a couple new things here. I've done some prep work. So I have a notepad on the side of the screen here that we can go to. I also, although I don't know if I'm going to use this, we'll see if I use this. Good thing we tried that first. Why is it not doing that? Open in case we need it. Maybe we won't, but maybe we will. Last one that I played. That thing better stop tweeting or whatever the fuck it's doing. Last one that I played with an attorney, so she was very good at the game, sort of naturally, and we busted open a Google sheet, and it was just easier than eventually, we started writing stuff down manually, and it was much easier to move bits around, etc. On a Google sheet. But it does break the noirish kind of neat feel. Oh, is that what's happening? It's muting me. Okay, well, I'm hoping that these problems resolve themselves. If they don't, I'll have to do this another night. But let's cross our fingers and hope that this doesn't happen. Something I noticed, or maybe I noticed this before, but I feel like I noticed it for the first time when I was looking at this box, is Hunt a Killer, Gnomish Hat are based out of Baltimore, Maryland, where I lived for many years whilst working on the Elder Scrolls. And as most of you probably don't know, or may know, but probably don't know. Oh, just for watching, I did figure out the cipher of the last one, and it would have, if we had figured out the cipher, I think what had happened was the cipher was essentially sorry, let me switch to this. The cipher was a note from the wife of the owner of the bar to the police officer. So the police officer was actually an unwitting accomplice. And I think the conclusion that we came to, was that the police officer was in on it. But no, it was merely the wife's feminine wiles that got the police officer in trouble. They're so easy to get in trouble, aren't they? I'm going as nautical as I can this evening. So what's cool about a magnifying glass is I can use it and look like I'm trying to be retro. But really, I just have trouble reading small print because that's how old I am. All right. Go to this angle. Maybe we can do this. Oh, like I said, I don't love this angle for a panoply of reasons. but for opening the box, maybe it's good. Hi. And see what we got. The game manual, of course. Right. So sometimes we found that the game manual can help in some cases, because what tends to happen is, well, I guess my experience so far is it's been easy to overcomplicate this stuff and overthink it. And you have sort of a first gut instinct on what is going on. And then you think, well, no, it couldn't be that. It has to be something more complicated. And you go down this road of this more complicated route. And then eventually you find out, no, it was your gut. And the manual can sometimes help with that, because one of the things it gives you is a manifest. It's an inventory, but I'm going to call it a manifest because we're on a ship. Identifying the items that you get in the box. And sometimes that on itself, just the identification of the item, can give you a little bit of a clue. So it's important, but we're going to keep it over here with the hat for the time being. We get our letter. Oh, man, here's something that they need help with. Honestly, something they really hunt killer people. Y'all need to come up with a better way of naming your characters, because it's distracting. It's annoying, like some of these ridiculous names. So here's the call to adventure. From one Jen Hornigolder. Dear Detective. Everybody has a southern accent in murder mystery games. Does not matter where they actually take place. You don't know me, but my name is Jennifer Hornigolder, and I need your help. I work as a deckhand on a yacht, the Old Thunder. And this morning we found my friend, Rachel Veinson, dead. Rachel's body was found in the yacht's sauna this morning. The sauna I cleaned out just the night before. It gives me chills to think only a couple hours later, Rachel died there. Our captain, Javier Rackhams. Now I understand, they're going for some levity in the naming, but you can't be distracting like that. I don't think, And what if the names ultimately have something to do with the crime? Then you're hamstringing yourself a bit. To make a little pun on Javier Rackhams. Captain Rackhams. And the police in Nassau officially labeled it as an accident. They said the heat wave probably made her dizzy, and she slipped and hit her head. No one believed me when I told them Rachel would never be as careless as that. She's always been type A, super careful about everything. When I first met her, she was doing a triple spot check of the pier safety railings. I'm sure someone did this to her, and when it happened, we were anchored in the middle of the ocean. Gosh darn. It had to be someone aboard. The yacht was chartered by William Bonnies. William Bonney, of course, the real name of Billy the Kid. William Bonney, some rich entrepreneur, and his fiancée, Dawn Rogerstone. Given how unhinged and wild they've been this whole trip, I would have expected them both, especially William, to be a lot younger. When it comes to a crew, there's the captain, a nice guy, but a real stickler for the rules. Let's hope, right? Milo Teach is our cook, and Maria Reed is a deckhand like me. They're both pretty quiet. Milo's the kind of guy who's cool without really trying. I know that type. All right. And even though I work with Maria the most, I know the least about her. But Oh, I read this wrong and I'm mad at everybody. I know the least about her, but I'm not exactly chomping at the bit to either. She's a bit standoffish. Let me correct. Now, I understand this is written in character, but I have a feeling the designers believe that chomping at the bit is the correct idiom. It's not. It's champing at the bit. Anyway, probably you look it up now and it says both are acceptable because everything's acceptable because we've just become like, everything's fine. Nothing means anything anymore. But like Captain Javier Rackhams, I too am a bit of a stickler for the rules. So, I see this flickering still going on. It's quite distracting. I'm going to continue. If someone could let me know if the flickering is also causing any issues with the sound, because I could probably live with the flickering if it doesn't interrupt the sound. All right. Anyway, Maria's a bit standoffish. I joined this crew to get out of my life in Chicago. I was working one dead-end job after another, all of which were so life-drainingly boring. Everything on board was different for a while, just how I thought it would be. More vacation than actual work, spending time with new friends. But everything changed with Rachel's death. Which just happened, but whatever. Just happened this morning, so everything changed this morning. In addition to putting some evidence in an online drive for you, I snooped around the yacht, took some things I thought might be useful, and airmailed you this passage from our stop in Nassau. There's this locked box I saw Javi stuffing some scrap paper into before he hid it on the bridge. There has to be something important in there. A good place to start would be trying to figure out how to open that and figuring out when Rachel died. Okay, thank you, deckhand, for the... I have a deckhand giving me advice on how to solve a murder. Me, a detective, and me, the person playing the detective, one who has written video game adaptations of Agatha Christie stories, and Nancy Drew, and the Hardy Boys, and Scooby-Doo. Murder mysteries all. I have some experience with the low bar of game writing mysteries. But, they're not really that much higher. Here, thank you anyway, deckhand, for telling me where a good place to start would be. If we don't catch Rachel's killer before we make port in Miami. Oh, Miami. I'm from Miami, in case you did not know. Sound is all good. Thank you so much. They could hop onto another boat or even a plane. We'd never be able to find them. They got all those things in Miami. They got boats. They got planes. They got cars. They got trains. Miami's got all those things. So, yeah, I think once you make port in Miami, they could hop on a boat or a plane or anything. They could just go off into the Everglades, never to return. When you figure out who could have done this, send me a message of their name and I'll radio the police and make sure they're waiting for us when we dock. Signed, Jen Hornigolder, deckhand. That's the best contact we have in this case is Jen Hornigolder. The cases up until this point, generally we have a private investigation firm or something that is contacting us. So Essex Luxury Sea Tours, it's a yacht. So, if it weren't for the fact that the victim works on the yacht, I would say, let's not care about it. But just jam this thing. But since it is someone stuck working for these rich assholes. Maybe we should take it a little more seriously. So we have a note here. Looks like it's from Milo to Rachel. Okay. Got a ticket. Let's see. Can we zoom in on this a little bit? Ticket for Rogers Jolly Theme Park, December 17th, 125. Admit 1, where the good times arg. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a note on the back of that. There's a note here that kind of looks like it might be from like the captain's desk or something. Another note here. This note looks like it is from the same Rachel. No, not Rachel. I'm sorry. Hornigolder. Jen Hornigolder. Okay, we'll take a look at this stuff. Here's a pamphlet for Essex Luxury Sea Tours. Okay, and there's some writing in it. Oh, including a sort of who's who about us kind of thing. Okay, good. This is all good. Can we zoom out again now? Okay. Another letter. One of the docking excursion plans. Another pamphlet for Isla de Morsa. So there is, in the Keys, there's Isla Morada, which is quite a nice place. Ooh, look, bracelet here. Matches the bracelet here. There's a shell bracelet. I'm going to go ahead and put that on for now. Okay, some stock photography I'm sure I've seen before. Ooh, a wrinkled. Oh, is this true? Cerise. Well, then that would be very clever. And chop it up to my lack of pirate knowledge. Oh, this is a prenup? Got a prenup here? We have a little tiny note slipped to somebody. Ooh, an actual fabric-like flag. I'm assuming it's the ship's flag. There's probably something about this to do with the cipher. I'm not going to try and guess now. And a lovely map of the Caribbean. Let's open this up. I'm sure you're right, Cerise. So now I feel stupid for calling that out. So that's where I was born and lived many years. Is Isla de Morsa, is that a real place? I don't even know. Obviously, I know the Bahamas and I know Nassau. And Isla Morada is like there. Okay. So here's a map. Okay, so this is a recurring theme, having a locked box with something in it. That's happened in, I mean, it was this exact box in the last one that we played, but just different decor on it. 3-digit code. Don't be fooled. The desiccant is not important, nor is the buy some more hunt killer stuff. So let's get the box out of here. And go through this stuff in a slightly more systematic way. All right. So, where to begin? We're off to the races. And there is Steed Bonnet. No, I don't think I saw the name Bonnet. There's Bonnie, but maybe that was in reference to Steed Bonnet. Excellent show as well about Steed Bonnet, called Our Flag Means Death. Quite funny. So where do we go from here? Where do we start? Let's start by reading some of the actual, well, a lot of times they'll kind of tell you. Okay. So all of this stuff are things that Jen got for us just from around the yacht. Things she saw people hiding. So the captain stuffed something in here before locking it, and then he hid it on the bridge. Jen got it for us. So a good place to start would be trying to figure out how to open that. Javier, Rams, whatever. We're going to try and figure out a 3-digit code that might mean something to Javier. Let's start with, let's go back a little bit. Let's go in the order that it was presented to us, okay? So this is a note to Rachel from Milo. Now remember, Milo, it's cool without really trying to be cool. Which means he probably talks like this. But that would be annoying. But I'm committing to it. Rach wrote down William and Don's insane wish list for the cruise next week. Make sure you only pull the exact amount I noted from each line. Milo. Iceberg lettuce, 1 bag. Marjoram, 1 bag. Saffron, 3 ounces. Okay, I'm not going to go through every one of these. It's a long list of ingredients. There's probably a reason. And strangely, at the bottom, we have a little note scribbled on the note. It says, I want to, but not like this. So perhaps Milo and Rachel had a little something going on the side. And this is some sort of code. Pull the exact amount. Exact amount is underlined. So 11361453626342210. I'm not sure what that's going to be in reference to, but there's some sort of reference to a numeric code here. Let's remember our sort of immediate goal. If this were a game, this would be our primary quest. Doesn't mean that we may not be solving other quests along the way. All right, we already talked about the Rogers Jolly theme park. But what we didn't talk about is on the back. This is not this is not Milo's writing. So Milo has very distinctive writing. This is not it. And it says, wow, Rach, can't you and your sugar daddy take a joke? Those pigs never hurt anybody. Say it to my face next time or watch your back. It doesn't seem like Rachel's sugar daddy would be Milo, him being a deckhand himself. Okay, let's move on. We have a multi-page note here, and this would appear to be... see if we can... yeah, I'm assuming this is Jen's handwriting, and it's a bit of a timeline. After Rachel died, I went through the computer system that logs all our walkie-talkie conversations, and I wrote down anything that seemed suspicious. December 16th, 6:32 p.m. Milo, Rachel, Channel 6. Milo. Rach, can you please talk to me? Rachel. If I wanted to talk, we'd talk about this in person. I need some space. This isn't good for my heart. Milo. But I have enough now. We finally have enough to get out of here. Rachel. I don't understand how you could keep this from me. I feel like I don't even know you. Milo. Just let me explain. Rachel. I'll let you know when I'm ready to talk. So maybe Milo scored a large amount of money. The amount maybe is determined by the amount listed in these numbers, but got it in a way that Rachel does not approve of. That was December 16th. So let's get an idea of what our timeline is. I'm not sure what the date is of the death even. We can probably assume it's the 17th, but let's not do that yet before I write anything down and end up being wrong. December 17th, 1:45 a.m., Javi and Milo on Channel 13. This is the captain speaking to a deckhand. Javi. Left something for you in the box. 10-5 them when you go. Milo. How? Javi. Check the note I gave you. Then the shells, stars, and lizard will give you access. Milo. 10-4. There's a pause for a few seconds after this, and then I hear a click noise. Milo. There's only one thing in... What the hell is this? Javi. You know what it is. Can't abandon ship just yet. December 17th. All right, so that, I think, obviously shells, stars, and lizard, correlate that to this map will probably get us some idea of what the code is to this, but let's let that unfold as it should. All things in time. December 17th, 8:13 p.m., Rachel and Javi heard Maria in the background, Channel 6. Rachel. Requesting assistance, 10:20 on the first deck bow. I got stuck on the railing. Javi. 10-4, 10-6. Rachel. Receiving well. Thanks, Javi. Maria in the background. Looks like Little Miss Perfect forgot about the dress code. Okay, so 10-4, we know what 10-4 means. I don't really know what 10-6 means. I don't really know what 10-5 means, although I assume 10-5 will mean like get rid of it or something. Rachel. Maria, maybe you could, I don't know, help me out instead of just standing there? This wouldn't have happened if you didn't bump into me. Maria in the background. Okay, I got it. Jeez. So that's the first set of conversations from the walkie-talkie log. There's one more set here. Maria. 10:23, Captain. I got this. Rachel in the background. No, don't cut it. The only place you can get it is the... Maria! I don't care if you have to get scuba equipment. You better go down there and get it. Javi. Clear this channel. December 18th, 6:30 p.m. Javi, an unknown person. Channel 81. Javi. New software recording. 10.2, but 10.3. December 18th, 10:50 p.m. Rachel and Javi, Channel 6. Rachel. Javi, where are you? We need to talk. So, trying to determine time of death here, right? Rachel is still alive at 10:50 p.m. December 18th, 11:45 p.m. Milo and Javi. Heard Maria and William in the background, Channel 6. Milo. 10:17, Javi. Javi. 10:12. Milo. 10:2. 10:99 at 10:30. Maria in the background. My God, Milo, take it outside. I'm trying to sleep, my dude. Javi. 10:4. William in the background. Javi, do you think I should go to the hospital? Javi. 10:3. Okay. I don't know these codes. I think using this, we could probably figure out this in the flag. Maybe we could start figuring out the code to the box. But before we do that, there's a couple of other items here we should go over, in my opinion. So this looks, I mean, I'm just guessing this comes from the captain's desk because it kind of looks like it. Very distinctive handwriting here. Good. Check the box. Your first step to get in is to make the crown disappear by bringing the sun and moon together. All right, so that is pretty obvious. Here's the crown. Bring the sun and the moon together. And this is like... kind of like those Mad Magazine foldouts, right? So if we bring the sun and the moon together, we get like a little dude. Get like a little dude there. Oops. Let's get this right. A little dude with 3 buttons, a sun for one eye and a moon for the other. Oh, they're supposed to be touching maybe, huh? All right. So what kind of number? We got to get a 3-digit code from this. Could be 21. Let's see. Check the box. Your first step to get in is to make the crown disappear by bringing the sun and moon together. I don't know. Hey, Stacy. Hey, writer of minds. Liz. Okay, let's come back to this. But this is definitely like what you're supposed to do here. Just not quite sure how to interpret it yet. But we've got more. We've got more to look at. So let's look at the rest of the stuff that we need to look at. So this is, well, appears to be like for an excursion, the details of an excursion. December 17th. Let's see. Now in this, let's start jotting some notes down here before we move on. What do you say? Good idea? Yeah. I think that's a great idea. Okay. Time of death. Isn't that what I wrote? It's hard to see the color here. I mean, we know Rachel was alive at oh my gosh, I'm losing track of everything already. Oh, I put it right here. Duh. So just based off, tropes, my guess would be Rachel was alive December 18th at 10:50 p.m. when Rachel and Javi talked, and was probably dead by December 18th at 11:45 p.m. when Milo and Javi talked. Now, Jen found Rachel in the morning. So she was found on the morning of December 18th and died sometime after 10:50 p.m. I'm sorry, she was found on the morning of December 19th. Okay, so sometime after 10:50 p.m. Where are my lights on this damn keyboard? All right. And let's get victim name, Rachel Veinson. Oh, and because I put this on, I didn't really look at it. Let's take a closer look at this. So beads and a clamshell scallop. I don't see anything remarkable about it or unique or interesting about like any particular bead. Maybe it's the number of beads. Perhaps it's some of the marking on the scallops. Maybe it's just to show where we got it. Anyway, still a lot to do. So there's also a note. No idea where this note came from. It's a bit larger than a fortune cookie note. William, we need to talk. Can you find a way to meet me alone? And I believe this is, well, this kind of looks like Jen's handwriting, but it is probably Rachel's handwriting. So let's go through the itinerary for this excursion. December 17th, Isla de Morsa. There's a note written here. Looks like Jen's handwriting. I wouldn't bet on it, but it looks like it. There's a note that says, this place is fun, but it's about as far north as I'd go. That part of the island can already get a little dicey. Morning, the Black Spot. Brunch reservations made for 9:30. Avery Falls guided tour, 10:30. Light lunch at Dock and Cover, noon. Then there's a note beneath that, same handwriting. Got you a seat under the awning. It's going to be a hot one. Afternoon, private snorkel tour, 1:30. And a note, same handwriting. I've never personally been snorkeling, medical reasons, but where else are you going to see a pirate shipwreck? Evening, dinner at Queen Anne's Return, Reservations made for 4:30. Performance by buoys on the side. Okay. Another note. I told them ahead of time it was your birthday, Will. They're going to roll out a special dessert for you. Okay, so this is given to William Bonney. Maybe by Rachel. But maybe... I mean, his fiance, Dawn, why would Dawn know this stuff? All right, I don't... I feel like this is probably given to William by Rachel. Who knows? All right, and then notes. This is the same handwriting. Skipped the amusement park just like you asked. FYI, while you're off on the island, Hobby's going to be unavailable. And then different handwriting. Maybe this is... Oh, maybe this is Will's handwriting. It says, Dawn going shopping after snorkeling. Call the lawyer about redoing the prenup. It's always a prenup. Always has something to do with prenup and money. And speaking of the devil being the prenup, here we have the prenup. Prenuptial agreement. Let's see if we can... bring that a little more into focus. All right. Forgive the thumbnail on my right hand. I play guitar. This prenuptial agreement is made on December 15th between William F. Bonney, 64, and Don Rogerstone, 42. 22-year difference. That's, not great. Resident of blah, 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 Lambton, Florida. From here on, the prospective spouse 1 and prospective spouse 2 may be referred to as the party, or collectively the parties. Whereas the parties are currently unmarried, whereas the parties wish to separately establish their rights in regards to each party's income, property, and assets, along with any future income or property that may be acquired separately or jointly during the marriage of the parties. Can I zoom in a little more here? Probably can. Look at that. The magic of this. Unfortunately, that didn't really make it any clearer for you all, did it? Just kind of magnified a blurry image. The parties intend for this to be legal and binding agreement should their contemplated marriage fail. Now, therefore, in consideration of the anticipated marriage and the mutual covenants and conditions disclosed herein, each party hereby agrees to the following. Section 2, children. Here, let's see. Let's help y'all out. Oh my gosh. Quite a few children. Many children going on here. Children from previous marriage relationship, prospective spouse 1, Sophia, Helena, Francesca, Laura, Mildred, all born to 3 women, all born between 1984 and 1995. Section 3, property, residence, joint accounts, separate property. Each party shall maintain their separate sole ownership and control of earnings during the marriage. Both parties hereby agree that any and all earnings from income... This is a terrible view. I apologize. Let's scrap this view. Whoop. We're still zoomed. Zoom back out. Okay. Earnings from income, interest, subsequent property derived from those sources will be considered separate property of the party to which these earnings are ascribed. Support. Both parties agree that each party is financially capable of providing their own support to maintain a suitable standard of living, and each party involved in this agreement assumes and accepts full accountability. Wow, this is quite the prenup. I guess they all are kind of like this. Somebody's a chump. So there's no support, no alimony. In the event of separation or divorce, both parties relinquish any claims for alimony, spousal support, or maintenance for living expenses. Debts. This agreement discludes the conventional provisions concerning any and all debt accrued before or during the course of the marriage. Not sure what that is. Death. In the event that either party survives the other, neither survivor nor the heirs, executors, or assigns of such survivor has the ability to make any claim to any part of the separate estate. This is laying it down. Section 6, miscellaneous. Modification, revocation. During the lifetime of both parties, and so long as their marriage has not been dissolved through an act of divorce or annulment, both parties thus resolve their right to amend, annul, or void this agreement in writing, executed, properly acknowledged by the signing of both parties, etc., etc., executed as a sealed instrument, the date aforementioned herein, and in contemplation of marriage. William Bonney signed it December 15th. And it looks like Dawn Rogerstone was less thrilled with it. And of course, why would she be? You cannot be serious with this will. Yeah. How could you be? Oh, and there is a list of income. So it looks like Dawn Rogerstone works at the Ambitious Card Casino, which was the casino that was in the previous one that I played. I did not play it online. The prenup is very, very good for Will. It's very, very bad for Donna. Basically says Donna doesn't get crap. Now, Will has a lot of children. Donna has none. But the earnings are here on the back. Will works for Renvy Corp. Of course, it's located in Delaware, the haven for LLCs. Monthly income, $23,000. Trusts or net income from rental properties, $12,941. Interest, $2,600. Other income, $15,000. Total monthly income, $55,000. So he's got quite a monthly income there, and her monthly income comes to $2,300. So there's pretty big imbalance going on there. Seems like maybe it should be addressed in some way. But, love conquers all. Assets. William has $3.5 million in assets. Donna has $2,383 in assets. Ooh, liabilities. William has $0 in liabilities. Donna, credit card debt, student loan debt, $54,997 in liabilities. So she's hurting. She's hurting, and he doesn't seem to be very sensitive to that. So I think she's probably quite in the right to not sign this prenup. All right, so we know Let's just start writing some names down here real quick. We've got Jen. Hornig Golder. Deckhand. Rachel Veinson. Victim. Former deckhand. I'm funny. Javier Ram. What is it? Rams, Hams, Rackhams. Captain. Cool guy. Milo. What was Milo's last name? Oh, we haven't gone through this yet. We need to go through this. What was Milo's last name? Where is that? We haven't really looked at the map yet either. Let me put to this side the stuff we haven't gone through yet. There's not much, but there are a couple of things. There's 3 things. Probably very important. Was that in the initial letter where she described? Oh yeah, okay. Milo Teach. Oh, like Blackbeard. Edward Teach. Fantastic. So they are going for pirate names, so forgive me. I wonder, there may have been a method to the madness of the other names for the other ones too that I didn't get. Because my impression was just that they were being kind of silly with the naming. Just generally speaking, right? Milo Teach, cool guy. Cool guy Cook. These are our suspects. Maria Reed, deckhand. Kind of standoffish. And then the ones who chartered the boat. William Bonnies. And Donna, what was it? Donna Roderstone. Or just Dawn, sorry. I've been saying Donna. That squeaking is getting to me. Rich dude. What, no, she's a person. She's more than a fiance. I don't want to just call her rich dude's fiance. I'd like to call her beleaguered beaten down by life, indebted, probably noble fiance to William. Beleaguered, beaten down by life, indebted, noble fiance to William. Don, I'm going to be so disappointed if Don is the killer. I can tell you that much right now. Okay, so the elements that we still did not go through. Vacation on Isla de Morsa. So this is where they were a couple of days before the murder. Let's go back again to the close-up. Let's try to get it so I can just have this be in focus more. There's plenty to do on Isla de Morsa. I'm just going to read to you. There's more traditional fun, like our famous Rogers Jolly Theme Park Amusement Center. Wait a minute. Do these dates line up? Ticket here says December 17th, which is the day before Rachel's death. And yet, I don't believe that the itinerary... Oh, no, it was December 17th. All right, fine. It's December 17th. I did not just crack the case. Water park on the outskirts of Drecktown. You can also catch the site of an ancient shipwreck at the local reef. Find fine waterside dining at the world-famous Queen Anne's Return restaurant. But if you've had enough of the sand, why not try one of our island's many jungle tours or visit the famous Avery Falls? Isla de Morsa boasts a unique ecosystem of tropical animals both in and out of the water. She was killed with the venom of a rare pufferfish. From our populous coral reefs to a population of feral horses. It's like Chincoteague Island. Chincoteague, Azteec Island. Wild horses there. Went there. Couldn't drag me away. There are even some flora and fauna found nowhere else in the world. The Windus trifidus. Be careful, these carnivorous plants bite. But only if you're an insect. So is there any poisons, any unique poisons on this island? All right, there is a note here. This is the same handwriting that I've been seeing. No, this is different. This is what I think. This looks like William's handwriting. So I think like this is William's handwriting. This very slanted, long writing that you see at the bottom here. Here it said, Don going shopping after snorkeling, call the lawyer about redoing the prenup. So maybe he was going to, redo the prenup more in Don's favor. But that's the same handwriting that I have here. So I'm assuming this is also William Bonnie's, who says, would be nice to get the crew bracelets too. Don't want them to feel left out. Book your vacation through Essex Luxury Sea Tours touring department and you'll receive a complimentary welcome package, including a handmade bracelet. It comes customized with your specific month's birth shell, carved in stone. I have no idea what month birth shell this is. I don't know crap about that. Okay. The Leolemus gramianus, while adorable, has become a bit of a pest on Isla de Morsa. An invasive species originally from southern Chile, it possesses a unique survival ability shared by its cousin, Leolemus quilmus. The lizards can be frozen solid only to thaw completely unharmed. Cool. That happens with rhinoceros iguanas in South Florida. When it gets very cold in South Florida, you will sometimes have these iguanas falling from the trees because they climb up there, they freeze, fall. It's quite a sight. All right, so I don't see anything about a particular type of poisonous something or another. So we didn't get much from there, at least not yet. All right, let's take a look at the map. Let's take a closer look at the map. Just see if there's something going on. We'll at least be able to verify Jen's handwriting. Okay. Found this shoved under a seat in the lounge. No idea whose it could be. No one uses paper charts anymore. Jen. So this is Jen Hornigold's handwriting, and it does very well match up with the handwriting on these. Yep, pretty good. So I think we have a decent idea of who is writing what here. I'm not 100% sure that this is Jen's handwriting. I think it is. I think this is Jen's handwriting. I don't have a definitive... We know Milo's handwriting is quite different. Oh, and we do have some of Dawn's handwriting. A small example of it. Here, she writes in cursive. Joined up writing, as they call it now. So, yeah. So, I'm assuming Jen. A lot of this stuff is Jen. All right. So, why have this map that people don't use anymore? Probably a code. Probably N8 for Isla de Morsa. Or if we're talking more specifically about the places that were visited on Isla de Morsa. There's nothing on the back. Oh, so there appears to be some, let's zoom again here, some notation. I really wish I could get this in better focus for y'all. Up here in the edges, dots and dashes, which we know, Morse, right? But then also some slashes, although maybe those are just poorly written dashes. So this must have something to do with, zoom out, with the codes we were talking about. Kitty cat, put the flag on the map. That is a good idea. They are not the same size. Not even close. I mean, they're close, but not close enough that I really would know what to do with this or where to line it up. I think we have like our initial task. Let's since we're doing this, let's just bust out the rule book. It's a little bit customized per case, although not that customized. So the inventory list is, and we can also just be sure that we actually have everything. Letter from Jen, we got that. Ingredients list from Milo, we got that. Was there anything on the back of that? No. Ticket. Oh, the ticket to the amusement park, we got that. So somebody was at the Jolly Theme Park the day before her death. Oh, wait. Okay. Yes, this is what I wanted to figure out. What is... So the handwriting on the back of this. Whose handwriting is this? Gotta say, the person's who... It looks more like William's handwriting more than anybody. But why would William write that? No, that's not William's handwriting. Maybe the captain's? Maybe the captain's handwriting. Possibly the captain's. We don't really have a good example of the captain's handwriting yet, do we? Unless it's this. And this is very different. Yeah. I'm not sure whose handwriting this is. Those pigs never hurt anyone. Say it to my face next time or watch your back. Anyway, okay. Getting sidetracked here. Ticket, unsigned note. Got that. Transcribed communications. Got those. Yacht rental packet. Got that. Island brochure. Got that. Island itinerary. Got that. Prenup. Got that. Note to William. Got that. Island flag. Got that. Route map. Is this the route map? Let's do something real quick here. The itinerary is from the Black Spot to Avery Falls to, it's not going to say dock and cover, is it? No. Avery Falls, snorkel tour, Queen Anne's Return, they never go to Drecktown. They never go to Green Star Lagoon. Somebody skipped Rogers Jolly Theme Park. So Black Spot is about as far north as they'd go, so I'm kind of staying away from this area. All right. Okay, so let's take a bit of a take account of where we are and what's going on. We have Rachel Veinson killed, dead in the sauna. Sometime time of death, sometime after 10:50 p.m. December 18th. Jen Hornigolder, deckhand. Javier Rackham's captain has a lockbox. Strange coded communications with crew. Let's make all this stuff wrap. Wrap. Milo Teach, the cook, clearly trying to get something going with Rachel. So as mentioned here in these communications, right? Milo wanted to talk to Rachel on the 16th. Rachel, can you please talk to me? Rachel, if I wanted to talk, we'd talk in person. I need some space. This isn't good for my heart. So Rachel also mentioned that she had a medical condition that prevented her from scuba diving. Probably a heart condition. So let's put maybe... And if she did die by overheating in a sauna, this could have contributed. Okay. Could have contributed to her death. All right. So, Milo, but I have enough now. We finally have enough to get out of here. Rachel, I don't understand how you could keep this from me. I feel like I don't even know you. Milo, just let me explain. Rachel, I'll let you know when I'm ready to talk. Then the next day, Javi telling Milo he left something for you in the box. 10-5 them when you go. So my guess here, right, my very early guess is that the captain is doing a little bit of privateering in a way, right? Maybe there's some contraband on board. Perhaps Milo is helping out. And maybe that is why he's gotten the money that he needs to help Rachel out. Maybe Rachel needs like valve surgery or something, you know? Who knows? So Javi left something for Milo in the box. Kitty Cat, you are correct. Amy, you may also be correct. Yeah. Okay, so we need to figure this out. The captain says, check the note I gave you. So the note, so this must be the note. Let's take a few minutes and really run this part down. I think we can get that box open. I think we can. I think we can. All right. Check the note I gave you. Then the shells, stars, and lizard will give you access. So obviously when you fold the flag, that's a lizard in the middle. Let's go back to this. Shells 2, stars 4, lizard 1. So if we're looking for 3 digits in the order that we're being told here, that's my guess, right? Yeah. I'm fairly confident that that is what will open this. In order, shells, stars, lizard. I'm hoping these don't count as stars, but maybe they do. Maybe we have to try to. If these stars, if these are also stars, which I guess they are. In that case, it would be 2, 7, 1. So it's either 2, 7, 1 or 2, 4, 1 by this logic, but let's just give it a go. Let's start with 2, 4, 1. Got a little mood music coming up here. Where's the line? There's the line. Okay. So we'll start with 2, 4, 1. Two, 4, 1. That does not work. 2, 4, 1 did not work. And also, I'm not hearing the mood music. Give me some of that mood music. There we go. Mood music. Okay. So the alternate would be counting the stars in the lizard's body. 2, 7, 1. All right. 2. Oh, I felt something there. 2, 7, 1. And it opens. So we solved the major lockbox puzzle of the game fairly easily. But now we get to see what's in this here box. By the way, I really do kind of like puzzles like this, even though it was fairly simple. All right. What do we think is in here? Any bets? Let's zoom back in. What do we got? One, two, three. Oh my God. 4, 5 notes or documents. All right. So my experience so far has been once you use something to solve something, it's not used again. So I'm going to put the note from the captain to William, the box, the combination lock, and the flag for now, although the flag of all these things, maybe the flag does come back into play. I'm going to put all that stuff to the side so that we're not overloaded with information. Bring down the volume. Go back to this view and let's start. Let's see what was Captain Harvey hiding in the box. What's in the box? We got the first thing. It's a piece of paper. It's a Whelp review. A Whelp review. Okay. It's a 1-star review by Becky H. from Delaware, which, let's remember, Delaware is where William Bonney's work is. Start your review of Darth Gator Tours, which is not not Essex Luxury Sea Tours. Different. So Becky, I thought I had seen it all. I was wrong. As my followers know, it takes a lot to get me upset. Normally, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but Darth Gator Tours really crossed the line yesterday. Don't be fooled by the cutesy name. This tour is no laughing matter. Let me give you some background. My daughter and I were visiting New Orleans on her spring break, thinking we'd get some R&R and experience a little Southern hospitality. Wrong. We spent our weekend surrounded by drunken Utes, street performers, including our favorite, a deluded middle-aged man in a lobster costume who acts like a local vigilante, and every other kind of weirdo you could dream up. But then we thought, why not escape to nature? We'd heard there were a lot of wonderful wildlife tours in this area outside of New Orleans. But now that I'm on the other side, I can tell you without a doubt, Darth Gator Tours is not one of them. Let's start with the free transportation. I'm sure you're thinking, coach bus? Maybe minivan? Nope. Instead, we get a retired seafood truck. That's right. Ever try to get the smell of disintegrating shrimp out of an Italian leather purse? Let's make a quick note here. Milo is a cook. Just saying. Thanks to this experience, I can verify that it's physically impossible. But wait, there's more. After our horrific ride, we met our tour guide, if you can really use that term, and that's when things really went off the rails. How can I sum it up for you? Expectation, a classic Louisiana airboat. Reality, a leaky canoe. Expectation, complimentary snacks. Reality, expired string cheese. Better than expired cream cheese. Right? Expectation, communing with nature. Reality, that feeling when your tour guide chums the waters, attempts to wrestle an alligator, and says, "Don't worry, I've got insurance." Let me tell you. Okay, that would be awesome. That sounds like a great time. Watching someone wrestle an alligator. That sounds great. Thanks for stopping by, Stacy. But I think my favorite moment of all was when the tour guide held us hostage and made us sing happy birthday before we got off the boat. It's my birthday, y'all. Yeah, who cares? I would have done absolutely anything to get out of there, but come on. As you can guess, this pitiful attempt to elicit higher tips did not work. I do not know if my daughter will ever recover. Please learn from our mistake and do not book. Seriously, if you know how to remove crustacean smell from calves leather, send me a PM. Okay. And then there is a note here. She already code symbols about her code symbols. Maybe wildlife endangerment is good enough to code symbol her. All right, that's all that's on this page right here, which is one of the things that was in Captain Hobby's lockbox. Got a couple more here. Wow, these are little notes written on what it looks like. Well, I think so. I'm writer of minds. I'm pretty sure this is along with the idea of this being like a birthstone, right? Maybe there's some reason we need to know his birthday, so we need to know that his birthday was March 8th. And this is probably going to help act as a key for a code. So this is from, I assume, the desk of the captain. This is his letterhead. That is Captain Javier Rackham's. He's got a little map drawn. Let's see if we can match it to something on this map. I don't immediately see a shape match. Could be. It says Spanish Wells on this. 1216, Spanish Wells. If my friends try to get the people here involved, which may be smart, it won't be through me. Too many close calls with various code word here. A boat like this takes a lot of work, so that's a good excuse not to go on shore. Guys tried to price gouge me again. Guests spooked by some of the locals. Sounds like they wandered into a bad part of town. Hopefully Will didn't try to be a tough guy. Can't blame him, though. No way I'd want to punk out in front of a woman like Dawn. Those astrology, we have the same code, which I'm sure is star sign, types are always the wildest. Have a feeling it'll be worth it. Okay. Not sounding so great. Javi not sounding like such a stand-up captain after all. Sonic Lamb, happy birthday, Phoenician Sailor. It is not my birthday, but thank you. All right, this one's a little longer. 1218. Okay, so this is the date of the death. So this is, let's pay attention, people. All right. 12:18, 12:30. Goddamn code word aren't working on top of everything else. Everyone keeps draining the damn power. Would anyone notice if I changed the route? Shaved off some time? Reed would for sure, but would she care? So Maria Reed would notice, but would she care? Gotta talk to Dawn and figure out how we keep this hush. But fixing the I guess it's freezers. Fixing the freezers is much more important. So whatever this, I'm assuming they're delivering contraband that requires freezers. Live illegal seafood, something like that. 12:18, 13:15. Left Isla de Morsa late. Only 15 minutes. Should be fine so long as there are no more mishaps. 12:18, 17:15. That'd be 5:15 p.m. for you landlubbers. And now the propeller. 12:18, 21:30. Let's kind of match this up with some of the conversation that's going on with on the radio, right? Because 12:18, December 18th, Javi is talking to some people on the radio as well. All right, so not much. Although December 18th at 6:30 p.m., which would be 1830 hours, Javi and an unknown person, Javi says, new software recording 10:2 but 10:3. And then December 18th at 10:50 p.m., which would be 2250 hours, Rachel and Javi, Rachel asking Javi where he is, we need to talk. Right, those don't quite match up. Although, wait a minute, here we go. There is an entry for 12:18, 2130 hours. Finally got a chance to talk to Dawn. Crew doesn't seem to suspect anything. Figured out what to do about Veinson. Everyone has a price or a pressure point. $12.19, 0:1500 hours. So this is 12:15 at night. Just, oh boy, just after some of these weird conversations, coded conversations were going on over the radio. One of them got out of the freezer. Thank God the kid could handle it. Smart enough to cover for me after I screwed up and sent a group text. That's even more incentive to keep him on payroll. Need someone to see to things if some nonsense comes up, like fixing that idiot Will after he fumbled around and smashed his head. And that would explain William saying, Javi, do you think I should go to the hospital? Because he smashed his head. Some woman Dawn turned out to be, code word, him there all alone and bloody like that. So we need to, we need to decode these, this symbol language. And then she just shows up back to code word after I'm done cleaning up the mess. Should be okay, even with all the power fluctuations. logged them at 22:30, the kid fixing the freezers, other surges at 23:30, 23:45. Hopefully they won't cause any more delays. Ooh. 12:19. Veinson's dead. One problem solved, another created. Gotta get my story straight. The only thing that matters now is protecting me. Everyone else can fall by the wayside. Play it right, and I can recover from this. Captain Javier. Javier Rackham's. You know, what can I say? Javier Rackham's is transporting contraband, knows Rachel died, thinks this solved problem. Interesting. So the contraband, hello, writing with ink, we're solving a murder. I think Writer of Minds hit it right on the head. Smuggling frozen lizards. So although that really, I'm like, what's the value in that? But I'm sure there's value. Like they're pests, right? So maybe it's, yeah, so they can be frozen, and then it makes it very clear here that these lizards can be frozen and then thawed without a problem. Now, who would want these lizards? That's another thing. But that's not really something we need to solve, probably. I mean, you would think something more. I guess there must be value that I'm not getting. Okay, let's keep going. There's one more letter from the captain. Oh, and look, it's got a cipher. It's got a cipher on it. Or rather, a decipher. Look at that. All right, so, oh, it's a multi-letter cipher. I don't like those. Should be good to keep something like this around. Got to keep an eye out, though. I think someone onto me. I doubt Miss America would ever want to be a part of this. Even so, though, I got a good crew for this round. Just in case, I still got code word on almost everyone. Certainly never would have expected Rachel, girl next door Veinson, to lie on a medical form about her heart condition. Although why that would get her like in trouble, she would like lose her job maybe, but like why would that be a big deal? Certainly not something she should die for, right? A weird and dangerous thing to hide. Fudging your age, like Reed did, I get, but that's not enough to hold over someone who's insane enough to wrestle an alligator. There we go. Wait a second. So are we to believe that Maria Reed is the one who wrestled the alligator? Really? I assume that was Javi. I guess we should have thrown Reed a party in March instead of July. Close enough. So Reed's birthday is in March. Let's make sure we have that down. For reasons as yet unknown, but important for something. Birthday in March. The backside of this. Then there is code word, or whatever name he wants to go by. I'd hate to be there when his sweet little Veinson finds out about all the things he's been up to. So, must be talking there about Milo, right? Interesting. And there's a little skull. So we want to get this code up here for us all to see. Let's do that. Give me a moment. Come on, airdrop. All right, let me. This is risky here, what I'm doing. But I'm doing it for y'all. Hopefully this will work. So let's bring that down a little bit. And then save this. Save a copy. Of course, on my computer. And it is the key to the code. All right. Bring up the key to the code. All right. Put this over here for now. We don't really need to see anything else. So, yeah, equal symbols. It's like a phone. You know, the way you used to have multiple letters per number. Which, you just got to do a little bit of induction to get that. But honestly, like, I don't know. I don't know how much we need to know what those code words are so far. A couple of them. There is one more piece of paper that was in the locked box. And this one's a little different than the others. Looks like a database printout. Deviant Tracker Database 2.8. Page 2 of 4. All right, and in Captain Javi's handwriting, some of these might make good code word streams. Probably revenue, income or revenue, INCO, no. Yeah, probably revenue. Let's see. Yep, revenue streams. Some of these might make good revenue streams. known aliases, known falsified information. Alias: Cameron Johnson, Blair Dephone, Jamie Berry, Cameron North, Alex Smollett. Well, we know that one. I hope. No, it's Justin Smollett. Jamie Allardyce, Alex O'Brien. Notes: additionally possesses several fake date of births on record. Real date of birth confirmed as February 28th, 1989. I'm not sure who this is in reference to, though. Let's see. Incidents: 2012. Valentine's Day. Notes: theft of truffle hound. Return hound after 3 days to plead guilty to crime. Sentence: intended to plead guilty, however, owner declined to press charges as animal returned safely. 2015. Portland, Oregon. Possession of illegal animal products brought in for questioning surrounding local restaurants' possession of takifugu. Sentence: charges dropped in exchange for cooperation with authorities. Charges filed against a restaurant owner. Rat. 2017. Wallace County. Illegal distribution of alcohol discovered running a secret distillery on the extended property of a local steakhouse. Sentence: 90 days house arrest. Additional 90 days probation. Assigned probation officer Biggs and Wedge. 2018. In Louisiana. Charges: importing of illegal goods, possession of illegal animal products. Notes: discovered serving haggis as a secret menu item. Additional employees taken into custody. Sentence: 1 year in prison. And then Hobby's handwriting. Don't think this is my only copy. So this must be talking about Will. He wanted Will to see this, to see what he has over Will. Will has done his time for these things, so I'm not totally clear what the blackmail is here. Except I guess he wouldn't be able to be employed. Quite a few aliases. But so we can take from this that I don't know if you're still hearing that squeaking, but I am still hearing that squeaking. And it's driving me nuts. So Milo teaches real birth date. And don't ask me how this is still going to be relevant somehow, but his real birth date is February 28th. Okay. Oops. All right. So Maria's birthday's in March. Milo's is in February. Don't know why that matters yet. But maybe we need to do a little bit of decoding to get some of this. I am quite curious. Could this be a cruise where the illegal stuff is served on the boat? Where it's like a cross between the menu and Triangle of Sadness. Without the vomit scene. Let's see here. So let's circle back here and realize like our objective. Identify who killed Rachel Veinson. Okay, so some of this stuff kind of falls by the wayside. Like we need to keep our eye on the ball. You need to discover means, motive, and opportunity. Only one suspect is going to fit all three categories. That will allow us to identify the murderer. Need to dissect the documents. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so I did not see this. I need to get the app, I guess, to see some of the online stuff. That's really not, it's not really playing fair. But I'm going to do it because I'm invested now. I don't want to not do it now. Get the Hunt a Killer app. Double click to install. While that's installing, I'll play with this here pistola. All right, I guess I gotta create an account. Well, that's not cool, man. That ain't cool, man. Create an account. Yes, yes, yes. Create me a password. I am not a robot. Let me select all the squares that contain motorcycles. Please try again. That was really obvious. Okay. Everything with bridges. This one is way less obvious. Okay, I am not a robot. Register. Invalid request. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, here we go. Dead Below Deck. So the digital content that was provided for us by Jen, password anchor. Okay, so it appears that I wish I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can stream this. Yes, I can. Had I known this, I would have set it up beforehand. That would have been a much more seamless experience here. But we're making do with what we got. Pretty sure I can set up my iPhone as a virtual camera or virtual scene. Can I? Oh no, what have I done? I just did an oopsie. I gotta tell you, I'm agreeing with this absurdist. It's a little bit like, we got you. All right, I'm not going to spend a lot of time getting this to show up, although that would just be lovely if I could do that. I mean, I can screen mirror. I know there's a way to do it here. No, there's definitely, this is easy to do. This is easy to do. Yes, okay. All I need to do is hook it up. It's not hooked up right now. All right. While I'm doing this, let me bring back a little bit of that. I might be off screen here for a second. And I apologize for not setting this up beforehand. All right. Now the question is it going to recognize all this? Like, oh my gosh, it does. All right, we're in uncharted territory here, my friends. Let's see what happens. All right, so now I was hoping to be able to do this as a windowed camera. Can I? Oh my gosh. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. So here we go. I'm very impressed with myself. This is the online thumb drive that Jen so graciously provided us with. Hope I don't get any notifications while this is going on. Some witness statements and a drive. Oh, or is this going to be... Are we going to get some video here? May not be able to hear the audio if there's video. So here's the statement from Jen Hornigolder. I can't hear a thing. Bummer. It's most unfortunate. Group text chain? I've been looking at these texts from our group chat a little closer. Maria always seemed like she was out to get Rachel. I don't think she would have ever done anything, but after what happened, I just don't know. The last screenshot is from the night Rachel died. Okay. Look at this group here. Now we can put names to faces, faces to names. Look at that captain's hat. So Rachel Veinson, thanks for making my B-Day awesome, guys. November 23rd. So we can mark that down. Although again, I'm still not clear. No problem, babe. Then Milo teach, happy birthday, Rachel. Next time I'll cut a coconut cake. Then is this, wait. Okay, this is Javier. Little emote. Then, no, not Maria. Can you all keep it down in there? I'm trying to get some sleep. Rachel, sorry. Maria, K. Maria, are you all serious? Somebody get Rachel to shut the hell up before I come out there. I got it, Maria. Now, who is the babe? Who's saying no problem, babe, here? The name I don't see is Milo. So, wait, no. Milo teaches there. Javier Rackams is there. Jen Hornigolder. I don't want to jump to conclusions. Let's move on. In addition to Javier Rackams as captain, William has specifically requested to have Rachel Veinson as chief stewardess again. Ooh, looks like Moneybags has a thing for you, Rachel. Ha. Just saying Don has some competition. You could be the 6th Mrs. William Bonnies. William's a nice guy, Maria. He's just had some bad luck with the ladies. December 15th. Oh boy. So we're supposed to pretend we don't hear this screaming? Maria. Damn, what did William do that he has her yelling this much? So sounds like Dawn and William are going at it. Milo. You know, they say money is the #1 cause of stress in a relationship. Maria. Don't know why when Will's got so much of it. Milo teaches him keeping it, that's the problem. Rachel. Can you blame him? And then the next day. Wow, Rachel really had to rat me out back there. Did I scare your crypt keeper boyfriend or something? Wait, no, I'm sorry. I got that wrong. That is Maria. Wow, Rachel really had to rat me out back there. Did I scare your crypt keeper boyfriend or something? Milo. Chill out. Rachel. Look, Maria, you could have gotten one of us or those pigs killed. Maria. Or do you always need to feel like you're in charge? God, none of you people know how to have any fun. Rachel. I think you just don't know how to be responsible at all. Whatever. December 18th, the date of the death. Okay. Can I move this over? It's bringing it in as a square, and it's not letting me go beyond the edge of the screen. It's kind of stuck there. So this is the date of the death. In the evening. Guys, William is crunked up. No way he's staying for that schwitz. They're going to their room. I say we party. Who's down? Maria. I'm sure Rach isn't. Too busy passing notes with the old man at dinner. Notes? William. This is the note. Can you find a way to meet me alone? Slipped to him at dinner. My goodness. He just wanted his receipt from the island. Maria, why are you always like this? Who else is in? Captain chimes in. Keep it down near their cabin. Maria, someone's in a mood. Milo, I'm down. Rach, you in? Maria, where the hell are y'all? Just left me down here alone. Captain, SOS. Temperature. Something about the cargo temperature. Milo teach. WTF? Huh. Pocket dial much? That was referenced. That is the group text chain. A wedding vision board for... Oh, goodness. Aren't they the cutest? Something old. Would love your feedback, Rachel. So this is Dawn. Let me know what you think. Something new, manifesting the perfect wedding. The only way to make an entrance by helicopter. Something borrowed. Oh my God. A honeymoon suite sampling of ancient palaces for the royals of today. Dawn, my birth month, William's birth month, and our anniversary month, finally. Okay. So Dawn's birth, well, actually, no, we don't know unless it's like sequential. William's birth month and our anniversary month. So the shell that's on here is a scallop, right? So November is a scallop. So William got this for Dawn, whose birth month is in November. I guess April is their anniversary month. And December would be William's birth month. Okay, so let's put December. And Dawn is November. And their anniversary is in April. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Not sure if I'll have enough bridesmaids. Rachel, maybe one of William's kids can be in the wedding party. I don't think that would be so welcome. Left some notes for you, and William wants to talk to you about some forms he wants you to sign. Well, we all know what that is. Yeah, I can't stay in the Taj Mahal, Dawn. My goodness. Okay. Captain's log. So there was a tour that went from December 14th to December 24th was the day they were coming back. All right. Port 1 Miami, then Red Bay, then Spanish Wells, which Spanish Wells seems to be the place where some of this stuff was picked up, because one of the captain's notes here there's actually a captain's note that I failed to open and read. 12/17/1400, right? Logging an extended shore visit. No one will think twice, and no one will bump into me there, especially after I already told Teach to make himself scarce. I'm honestly kind of surprised. Don figured out the code in the code word of that old map. She's smarter than I gave her credit for. Managed to get myself a bit of a birthday present. Had to wait a month, but better late than never. 12/17/2030. Veinson caught her bracelet from the island on the railing earlier. Reed at least helped her and cut it off, even though she was the one that shoved her. The whole thing fell into the ocean, which made Veinson even madder. Don't know what the fight was about, but honestly don't care as long as they stow it. I can't have them even accidentally compromising my timelines. Maybe I should just separate the two of them, though I don't know how on a boat. They're fighting too much, gonna be trouble. Maybe I should bring Reed in? Or is she too volatile? Maybe she just needs some time to cool off. Cool off. Ironic. Maybe separated them by putting Rachel in the freezer, or I'm sorry, in the sauna. 12:18, 10:30. Damn woman left her code word in my sheets. We should have kept it off the boat. That was a stupid, cocky mistake. I could lose my job. All because of some pillow talk. She got me talking, and I just blabbed about everything from Vincent's heart condition. Vincent's heart condition to my extra place in Cuba. At least I had the wherewithal to withhold the deal with the freezers. Of course it was Veinson of all people who found it. She confronted me about it. She knows there's motive there. Now I just have to figure out what it'll take to buy her silence. Why did it have to be the most moral one who found it? 12:18, 11:30. Kept trying to give Dawn the details. Finally found a time where she wasn't with Will. So long as Veinson doesn't get Will alone and spill the beans, we should be good. And back to the captain's log here. So, Spanish Wells on the 16th, also departing on the 16th. Isla de Morsa, 17th, departure the 18th, the date where she died. Turks and Caicos, 19th to the 22nd. Nassau and then Miami. Okay. Guests, of course, yes. Note, the following guests were initially booked for the cruise. Whoops, wait a second. But were not present upon departure. Sophia Burgess, Helena Froud, Francesca Grubing, Laura Bonnies, Mildred Bonnies. These are the children. These are William's children. And one of them might be... No, none of them are these are the children, yeah. So staff, Rachel, Maria, Jennifer, and Milo. Yep. What else do we got here? Docked in Miami, crew arrived on time. Begin initial preparations. If I turn this sideways, it's not gonna work. Veinson gave standard tour vessel. Captain and crew performed safety checks. Preparations, performed final check. Successfully got underway to Red Bay. Arrival in Red Bay. Guests departed along with Stewardess Veinson, acting as a tour guide. Hornigolder and Reed remained aboard, assisted with refueling. Performed standard maintenance check. Found nothing worthy of note. Departure from Red Bay, next destination Spanish Wells. I think that's where it all goes down. Spanish Wells, arrival in Spanish Wells. Guests disembarked and attended local tour. Refueled. Captain Rackhams ordered me to note attempted price gouging. He reminded the fuel company of an agreement in place with Essex Luxury Sea Tours, but said to make a note to check if other captains and tours have experienced anything similar. Huh. And that is, so wait, who's writing this? Jen? Is Jen writing this? Yeah, Jen is writing this. Guests delivered formal complaints about Maria Reed in light of her behavior on Spanish Wells. After hearing their intent to view the local and famous feral pig population, Miss Reed brought along food when the guests, myself, and deckhands, Jen Hornigolder and Maria Reed, went to visit. Miss Reed tossed handfuls of pig feed to the guests. When they dropped, causing the pigs to swarm them, while the guests remained unharmed, they were nevertheless frazzled and wanted it to be noted that Miss Reed's behavior was unacceptable and could have caused them great harm. I just realized this is like way too small for y'all to read, but if I make it this big, then it starts to like turn the page as I scroll around, so I can't do that. All right. Just two more here. Minor incident about the feral pigs. Made preparations for departure. Departed from Spanish Wells to Isla de Morsa. Arrival at Isla de Morsa. Guests went ashore. Veinson as tour guide. Guests requested itinerary for the day at Isla de Morsa, completed by Veinson prior to tour. We've seen that. We have seen that. Confirmed guests received complimentary bracelets from local carver. Mr. Bonnies ensured the crew received them as well as a thank you gesture. Very kind. Refueling happened. Reed, leave time granted. Scheduled to clock back in at 5 p.m. Where was she going? Teach headed ashore, scheduled to purchase food and to return with receipts. So that references this rather suspect list of things that he is to pick up, along with his little note to Rachel. Although, wait a minute, this sounds like before. Okay, this sounds more like wedding stuff. Captain making extended visit ashore. Potential injury to employee Rachel Veinson due to loose clothing accessory averted. Reed forced to cut a snagged article loose. Cause of the incident appeared to be a verbal altercation between Veinson and Reed. Forced to step in and intervene between the two. Attempted to discern the truth, but neither would explain the fight. Formal action taken. Verbal reprimand. Who made that entry? Not clear. Our guest complained of a notable power divergence when certain appliances were used aboard the ship. Began after we reached Isla de Morsa. So I guess they got their illegal contraband on Isla de Morsa, which also makes sense, right? Shower, air conditioning. I informed them this wasn't unheard of, especially aboard ships of this size. They accepted it, but nevertheless, I am logging an official record of their complaint and suggest an electrician look into the problem. I wonder if the captain put Rachel into the sauna and the sauna was not working because of these electrical problems. Locked her in there, and then the sauna kicked back on, which caused her to die from her heart condition. Crew found socializing on bow, all tasks completed, guests still asleep. Departed Isla de Morsa for Turks and Caicos. Expected departure time was scheduled for 1, but should still be within the margin of error for arrival. Suspended travel due to suspected propeller issues. Suspected issue confirmed to be kelp tangled in propeller. Reed offered to see the damage, but due to Hornigolder's enthusiasm, decided to allow her to spearhead the fix with Reed's supervision. Both have been previously cleared for simple external maintenance. Problem was fixed with no additional issues. Note, guests seem particularly intrigued in the maintenance of the boat. possible additional services for customers in the future? I should probably have done this. Like, this is more important right now than that. But kind of gets me in the way. First aid kit accessed, recording full incident after completion, noticed power divergence, reminder to search for source. That's at 10:30 p.m. So we think is close to the time of death. Returning first aid kit and recording incident that necessitated usage. Guest William Bonney suffered injury attributed to standard slip and fall, applied 2 stitches on site, and helped guest return to bed. Adjusting air conditioning unit per guest request. Noting air conditioning's direct effect on recurrent electrical diversion, as previously noted by RV. Additional diversions were also observed this evening at 11:30 and 11:45 p.m. We'll want to investigate potential electrical issues. Responded to incident reported by guest William Bonnies. He intended to use the yacht sauna and found Rachel Veinson within, unconscious and unresponsive. I responded, made sure both guests and employees were kept away. After contacting Inter-Island Caribbean Police Force on Channel 18 to report the incident, was instructed to await their arrival. Once they arrived, they confirmed the death of Rachel Veinson. Initial assessment, ruling that she slipped and struck her head and died due to overheating inside the sauna itself. Following them to NASA, where the formal investigation will begin. Training manual. Interesting. Rules and regulations. Okay. Well, so this has been going for quite a while, and I think there's still a significant amount of time before we have we have to do some code breaking. We have to do going back over some of these things to kind of figure out where and what. I mean, I think I have an idea of what happened, as probably most of you do as well. But I don't, we need to have the proof, right? We need to get the means, motive, and opportunity. And at this time, I think I'm going to call it a night and do a part 2 to this. So I hope that those of you who came will also come around for part 2. And let's see if we can get I can have some of this stuff set up a little better next time so we can see the files we need to see and start doing the code breaking and put the final pieces together. And frankly, right, like let's get that captain behind bars and also get Dawn a prenup that she deserves. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all soon. Have a good night.